Hello, everyone. Welcome to CASA Choices for October of 2021. We are thrilled to have Dr. Mark Plunkett with us. Dr. Plunkett is currently the Chief of Pediatric and Congenital Heart Surgery at the OSF Children's Hospital of Illinois. And he has so graciously stepped in when we had a last-minute cancellation. So thank you, Dr. Plunkett. For all of you watching, as Dr. Plunkett is speaking tonight, if you have questions that come up, feel free to put those in the Q&A box down at the bottom, or if you have just comments, things you want to say, you can put those in the chat box. At the end of Dr. Plunkett's presentation, we will have some time for Q&A, so throw all your questions at him. And I'm going to introduce Dr. Plunkett, tell you a little bit about him, and then turn it over to him. So Dr. Plunkett grew up on the eastern shore of Maryland near the Chesapeake Bay and spent 13 years in a foster home in Princess Anne, Maryland. He finished his senior year of high school in Raleigh, North Carolina with his great aunt and uncle. He received his Bachelor of Science degree from Duke University and his medical degree from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. He completed his residency training in General and Cardiothoracic Surgery at Duke University Medical Center. He then completed fellowship training at UCLA Medical Center in Pediatric heart surgery and heart transplantation. He has held full-time faculty positions at UCLA Mattel Children's Hospital, the University of Kentucky Children's Hospital, and the University of Minnesota Children's Hospital. Throughout his career, he has completed 10 medical mission trips to Honduras and Peru, where he has operated on children with congenital heart defects. He is currently the Chief of Pediatric and Congenital Heart Surgery at the OSF Children's Hospital of Illinois and an Associate Professor at the University of Illinois College of Medicine. He is a member of the Board of Directors for the CASA organization. He also has a rock band called the Menders and enjoys playing music for local fundraising events. So thank you, Dr. Plunkett, and with that, I will turn it over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Kyle, and I'd like to thank Pam Perillis as well for inviting me to speak. Just to tell you, my specialty is pediatric and congenital heart surgery. So I do heart surgery on babies and children that are born with congenital heart defects, and correct those defects surgically. I've been practicing now for 25 years since I finished my training, and I have found being a physician a wonderful career, and I'd like to share some of those thoughts with you in the few minutes that we have. I think one of the most rewarding aspects of being a physician is you get to participate in caring for others and helping others in their greatest time of need. Most physicians, regardless of which specialty they practice, really at the core level are able to make a big impact in people's lives and help their patients. And I think people that are drawn to medicine and to being a physician have an element of a caring, compassionate personality that it becomes a very fulfilling career in that regard. The other thing about medicine is it's a lifelong learning process. So you complete all the education and training and find your area of interest and develop your expertise. But unlike maybe other professions, the learning is continuous and proceeds throughout your career. That makes it very exciting as a career because there are always new treatments. There's always new information, scientific discoveries, things that actually change the way we practice medicine. And so you have to continuously keep up with the latest information through journals, conferences, lectures online these days, and such. And this makes it very exciting as well. the road to becoming a physician is long and requires a lot of hard work, starting with an undergraduate degree at a college or a university in order to gain acceptance to medical school. That usually requires also the pre-med classes, which are largely basic science classes, chemistry, physics, biology, which are part of the requirements. There's also an entrance exam called the MCAT, which has to be taken and such to gain acceptance to medical school. You can apply to medical schools, or you could also get a doctor of osteopathy, a DO degree. In the current era, the DO degree and the MD are fairly equivalent with regards to residency training and getting education and experience for a specialty. But the length of the education and training is quite long, in the sense that you have to have a college degree and then a medical degree, which usually is a 4-year medical school degree. And then at that point, you have to decide what area of medicine you're interested in, and what sort of specialty training do you want to pursue. One of the ideas behind the curriculum in medical school is to allow medical students to be exposed to all aspects of medicine and all sorts of specialties, so that they can, sometime in those 4 years, actually gain an interest or define exactly what sort of physician they want to be and what area of medicine they want to practice. So part of medical school is to give you that opportunity. I think most students that go to medical school don't know what aspect of medicine they want to practice. I happen to be a little different in that, because I sort of had already defined in my mind that I was going to go into surgery and probably heart surgeries, but that was unusual. Most of the students I graduated with did not come to medical school knowing exactly what type of physician they were going to be. After medical school, you have to do a residency. The first year of that called an internship, but the whole training is called a residency. Now, residencies vary tremendous in length. The residency for internal medicine or for general practice, like a family practitioner, might be 3 or 4 years of residency training. And at the other end of the spectrum, a lot of the surgical specialties require 5 to 7 years of training. And I ultimately did 10 years of training in order to complete all of the education and training for pediatric heart surgery. What I do represents one of the longest of the training specialties. But then once you complete residency, you can also go on to fellowship and subspecialized, and a lot of medicine these days is very subspecialized and requires additional training, which again adds years to the educational process. And then, as I said, once you complete that and enter practice, you continue to gain education and learn for the rest of your career. Medicine and being a physician offers a lot of opportunities. Once you go to medical school and do training in a specialty, you'll be exposed to research opportunities and have the ability to pursue interests in that regard, and possibly make a great contribution to medicine through research, as well as your clinical activities. The other opportunity in medicine is for teaching and educating, trainees like residents and fellows once you've completed all of your training, and even teaching at the medical school level. So if you have an interest or a desire to have teaching as part of your career, there are ample opportunities for that as a physician. And again, you'll have a lot of opportunity for research opportunities as well. I think if you're thinking of medicine or possibly a career as a physician, I would encourage you to make contact with a physician like myself and really find out more about this profession or what it entails, and maybe get some guidance as to maybe how to successfully achieve that goal or pursue that interest. I've had people shadow me even in high school, and have come and seen what my day is like at work, if you will. Certainly college students, medical students have done the same thing. But I don't think you could ever be too early to start to explore some opportunities to find out more about medicine and sort of get a taste of exactly what that might be like. The other thing that Kyle mentioned, which I've been able to take advantage of, is to participate in medical mission trips to other countries, sometimes to countries that either don't have pediatric heart surgery or just have it at a very rudimentary level, and been able to take a team of specialists and a NOAR team and actually go down to Honduras and Peru and perform heart surgery in other countries. And again, a very rewarding experience to be able to do that. So I think that if there's some takeaway messages from and you're thinking about a medical career or being a physician, I again, define that early, pursue it, find out about it, get direction from some of your teachers and such, and then work hard to achieve those goals. You'll have to work hard in college. You'll have to work hard in medical school, and definitely in any training beyond that, residency and fellowship. But it's definitely worth the time and effort, in the sense that it's just a extremely rewarding career, and I think again it's a lifelong process. I'm still learning new things and advancing my own expertise in medicine, even after 25 years of practice. So it can be a very exciting and stimulating career. And again, you can help countless lives with whatever area of medicine that you participate in. So I'm going to wrap it up there, and I'll open up the conference for discussion or for questions. Thank you.